Ellen Baumler has a fascination with the relationship between history and ghost stories.
As a historian, I never tell a story that isn't true, at least in my opinion, true.
Baumler pursued this way of storytelling after an experience she had in her own home. For 30 years, her family heard the faint sound of static from a radio playing within the house. They could never find the source of the sound that would turn on and off. Luckily for Baumler, history had an explanation.
The person who grew up in the house in the 1910s and 20s had Helena's first radio operation set up in the house. So, it taught me about residual energy, and I do a lot of talking about that because I think that residual energy is one way that a lot of people experience things.
One of Baumler's best-loved ghost stories in Butte involves the building that is now home to the Butte Archives.
One of my favorite ones has to do with the Court Street fire station and Peter Sanger, who was one of the survivors, one of the very few survivors of that warehouse explosion.
Peter Sanger went on to become the fire chief in 1899. When the Court Street station was constructed in 1900, he and his family moved into the apartments upstairs. When Sanger's first wife died, he remarried Louisa Sanger. Louisa Sanger's ghost haunts the old station, gazing down from her window to the streets below. Baumler has written a total of 13 books. This story and many others like it encapsulate 5 books about ghost stories across Montana.
And if you look to the past, sometimes you can explain those things by real historical events. And basically that's my main thing. That's what I really like to do is I never tell a story that doesn't have, some factual basis.
In Butte, Caitlin Aguiles, MTN News.